got me. I spent all of my early 20s spending my money on a Kia Soul. It was a 2016 Kia Soul, same year the Cubs won the World Series, and I worked really fucking hard for it, dude. I was, I had this bit I was working on that, when I was a kid growing up, you think that you're starting to drive. And you think that your life is like the Fast and the Furious, like I live my life a quarter mile at a time and family. But in reality, it's like, hey, this is Jack, your Uber driver. I'm here to pick you up. It really isn't as much as it cracks up to be. But yeah, man, the Kia boys got me. I woke up Friday morning. Luckily, I was working from home. My car was nowhere to be found. The guy who stole my car stole 3 cars in the span of 48 hours.
Fuck that shit.
So anyone out there who drives a Kia or a Hyundai, I'm not even going to tell you to go get that restrictor plate or anything. Just sell your car. Just sell it. Just trade it in. It's not even worth it. I got my car back in the middle of the west side of Chicago. When I got it back, there were blunt wrappers everywhere. The fucking asshole that stole my car left his underwear in the car, and I can show you. I got the piece of paper.
Jesus Christ.
There was.
I thought you were gonna show us his underwear.
No. I mean,
I can show you his underwear. I'm just kidding.
People were like, "You need to scan that, dude. You can get his evidence." I'm like, I don't think that's
way too much.
That's the movies. That's the movies, bro. No, man. Long story short, it's not even worth it. But I'm very fortunate. I'm very healthy. I'm safe. My dog is safe. It sucks. I wouldn't wish this upon some of my worst enemies.
Yeah, man.
Well, maybe a couple of my enemies. I would wish it upon.
I would only wish it upon my enemies. Let's say that.
Yeah, but they stole everything. I, again, wouldn't suggest it to anyone. But it's ironic though. The Kia Soul was a hamster promotion for the car. Remember the old hamster commercials? They're all dancing.
What song was that?
I think it was LMFAO. They were singing and dancing to
something like that. Yeah.
But it kind of comes full circle because I didn't think I was going to make it into the show today. I didn't think I was going to have a car. I thought I was going to have to go out and start looking around to purchase a new one. I was able to trade in and get a new one. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Eric Smith. Eric, thank you so dang much. Happy late birthday, my friend. I hope your ear infection is doing good, buddy. I love you, dude. Thank you so much. And no, man, I was able to sell it and get a good trade in. And I'm not going to say what kind of car it was, just so the culprits who stole my car, if they try to come back for me, go back. I'm just kidding. I just got to let you know, I'm vengeance.
I was a little scared today, man. I was nervous. I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm gonna have to do the show by myself, man."
You can handle it by yourself. It
was definitely a challenge that I was going to face, but I'm glad we're all here, man.
The Lord's got a plan, or the devil's got a plan. I think both of them are working in cahoots, perhaps. I don't know, yin and yang. Who knows?
A higher power's guided its plan.
Power. You know it. But no, man, I'm happy to be here. Again, we got a great show. The devil's not going to break my stride, so here we are, rocking and rolling. But what's funny though, I think if there's anything I've learned about the last 10 plus years of working in entertainment and being a comedian is that the universe is gonna laugh at you in some weird ways, man. You're gonna wake up one day and there's just gonna be signs, and there's gonna be signs from the universe for how fucking silly some things are. And once my hamster mobile was stolen, I finally got a new car. And then Jay booked these guys here with Jerry S. Gonzalez Productions, here to promote a new movie that they're filming right now, called A Hamster in My Head. And when I read that, I laughed. I was like, the universe is fucking with me right now. I'm like, where are the cameras? It's the Truman Show.
Where's Ashton Kutcher? Come out right now.
Am I being punked? I thought I was like a Z-list artist. Don't think I was that big. But no, man, we got a great show. And, for those out there who are ever going through some struggles like that, just know that the world fucking sucks sometimes, and sometimes you just got to keep rolling with the punches and keep pushing forward, because some beautiful things will happen if you continue to be the person you are and make the world a better place. And jokes on that fucking asshole who stole it, because I plan on doing a lot of nonprofit and free things in the neighborhood where I found it. So I don't know, man, just goes to prove the fucking guy I am. Also too, the guy who stole it probably isn't working very much. You know what I mean? Who steals a car on a Thursday, Friday night? Don't you go work in the morning, bro?
Most likely not, obviously.
Probably not. So, but how about you? Everything going good though with you, Jay?
Compared to, yeah, man, everything's fucking amazing, man. I've just been working a lot. I've been just prepping for today, man. It's a good day. Weather's been warming up a lot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's been weird. We're coming into the studio now, and I think when we first started doing Hawk Winds, at least the podcast version of it, we were coming in here and it was dark out every time we were coming in, and it was just kind of funny that I picked these guys up and outside, and there's still light outside. So, things days are getting longer. Summertime shy is about to pop off, so get your speedos ready, kids. We're about to hit the playpen. So,
oh yeah.
But no, man. I think everything's good to go. I mean, let's rock and roll. Let's send it over to our guests here. I think we're getting a little impatient over here. Before we even got started, I was rolling. I was absolutely rolling because these guys are absolutely hilarious. We were just shooting the shit for quite some time. We're going to send it over. Everybody, please welcome to the studio, Jerry S. Gonzalez and Donovan Mullings.
What's up?
Woo. What's cracking like y'all?
Hey.
Hi, guys. Hey. Just want to say thank you for joining us.
No, thank you. Thank you. It's a beautiful, beautiful hump day.
It's a beautiful hump day, yeah.
It is hump day.
Humping on Wednesday today, baby.
Did everyone do some humping today? I hope so.
I'm trying.
Let's be real. Let's be real. It's not
You know what? We have Sunday fun day. What you doing on hump day? You getting over that hump.
Yeah. Well, again, we're here to help you guys promote your upcoming film, A Hamster in My Head. Jerry, I got to say, man, I've been following you on Instagram for quite some time.
Oh, shucks.
It was funny because I was messaging you on Insta earlier before the show. I was like, hey, if you could bring some props in, that'd be terrific. And I scrolled up and I was like, man, I'm a fanboy. I've been in this dude's DMs for a couple of years now, trying to be a part of some of your films. They're absolutely hilarious. If anyone out there is listening, check out Jerry S. Gonzalez Productions. You've had Intergalactic Pizza Man,
Pizza Boy.
Pizza Boy. My apologies.
Yeah.
Not
So,
quite the man yet.
There's Something in the Woods. There's Intergalactic Pizza Boy. There's the Spaghetti Man, and now there's going to be Hamster in My Head.
Which is your sixth production?
Probably around that. I don't know. It's hard to count because I've done a lot of sketches. I've done some short films that I don't count because it was in college. But out of the the shorts I've done outside of college, this is probably my fourth or fifth. Yeah.
Well, before we get into that, can we go back a little bit? So I was watching a couple of your films. There's Something in the Woods. That was pretty interesting.
Well, thank you.
I really enjoyed it. No conversation was had in that whole film. What was your inspiration behind that? What made you decide I'm not gonna have a single conversation in this film?
I guess with that film, mostly it was because I just graduated and writing wasn't my strong suit yet, so I was like, I'm just gonna remove dialogue, and I felt in that short. In particular, that it would just be a bunch of screaming anyway. So it'd be a monster, a monster. So it's what would dialogue even do at that point?
I guess, yeah. What was the so what was it about? I mean, I just noticed
you watched it.
I did watch it. I feel like there was a lot of left for interpretation type of stuff. You know what I mean? So there was some monster that took a baby, and then it was just the whole I don't know if it was mom and dad situation,
mom and dad,
going into just trying to find their son or whatever. They killed the monster. That what was the idea behind that?
I think it's just because since it's one of my earlier films, I mean, I wish that there were some things I kind of wished I included. I wanted them to have more of a descent into, man versus nature, and them kind of becoming more in tune with nature, and eventually becoming one of the creatures in the woods. And now it's oh, we got our baby. Now what? Because we're probably not going to be allowed back into our village at this point. Well, spoilers for a movie that came out in 2019.
There's some cool effects in that film. What do you have a background in effects, or what's up with that?
I think it was just sort of out of a drive when I was younger. Because I mean, I've been making movies since I was 3 years old, and I've always been trying to do bigger and bigger projects, and just doing the most of it I can with my budget. And I just thought it was everyone did this, that they would build props and they would try to make giant fantastical things. And it was just sort of I wanted creatures, and I wanted a bunch of creatures in my movie. I play a lot of video games, and I haven't seen like a lot of movies where it's just like a world filled with creatures of different types.
It's pretty cool, man.
It was just a lot of fun to do. I mean, it took me 2 years to make that one.
Jesus.
So who are some of your inspirations too? Because you look at this and you see puppetry, you see costume design, you see mask making, you see special effects. Who are some of your inspirations that you aspire to be? Who kind of got you into the biz?
Well, I mean, I really like the Jim Henson Company. They do Muppets. They've done Labyrinth. Of course, Sam Raimi. I feel like that's like an easy one. If you're like a film student, it's like, yeah, Sam Raimi, Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi. That's how you're supposed to say it? Is
Yeah.
that how artists say Sam Raimi?
I guess so, yeah. I don't know. It's like, don't put me on the spot, man. You trying to interview me or something?
Well, this is a Hawkwind's Radio Fiction Show. We're live right now. So let's take it back a little bit. You know, when you first started getting into it, you know, did you take classes for it as a young kid? Did you just pursue this in college? I mean, you said since 3, so
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember like being in high school. I only had like a small group of friends, and like I remember just coming home every day after school. And back then there was like a show like on YouTube. It was called Backyard Effects, and they would teach you like different ways to like build certain props, and then you can take that like building knowledge and like apply it to different things. So like that's how I learned out what a thrift store was, and that's how I learned how to just like glue garbage together to build something. And like it's just been just a fun process to do that.
Your productions are awesome. Like I'll be quite honest with you. I've never seen one of your films, but I follow you on social media, and just watching the production of your films go on, the building of it is incredible. Where can folks kind of check out your films? Where are they available at?
It's weird. I mean, a lot of them are floating around. I mean, Intergalactic Pizza Boy is on a streaming service called OTV. You can check it out there. The Spaghetti Man. I'm sorry. Oh my God. You know, cut out that I didn't say the Spaghetti Man, because that's important. There's a lot of Spaghetti Man movies, apparently. That's not an original idea.
People love spaghetti, dog.
Yeah. So that's right now kind of touring film festival circuits.
Cool. And I saw you were in Days of the Dead Festival, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Did you meet any cool famous icons? How was it promoting your film there?
It's a lot of fun. I love that festival a lot. I mean, I'm really close to the people that run it, so like we're pretty tight knit, and you know, there's a lot of stars there. I met Bill Russell from Puppet Master 6 fame, and he has a small cameo in Hamster My Head. He's a cool guy.
Very cool. Well, I'm so glad that you brought a prop here,
Yeah,
too.
Spaghetti
Would you
Man,
mind
yeah.
bringing in Spaghetti Man here?
Spaghetti Man. Yeah, there we go.
That is so cool. Can you talk us through the process of how you made it?
Yeah, so I mean, we started with our actor Danny, who is a literal clown. He's like over 6 feet tall, and we wrapped him up in duct tape to get his form, and then we got like a bodysuit, and then we put the bodysuit over the duct tape mannequin, and then just slowly but surely just taking pieces of yarn, just, you know, dripping it in like latex and just applying it each individual one all over.
Wow.
So this is actually a beanie. I was like, I feel like this would be like the easiest thing to like put over someone's head. And his eye hose are actually like down here somewhere.
And they're meatballs, too.
Yeah, they're kind of like meatball-like. I think the idea of the film was like he's not actually made of spaghetti. He's more of like a flesh man, but like through the lens of a kid viewing this creature coming out of his closet, it's like, oh, it's a spaghetti man.
That is so cool.
Is Spaghetti Man supposed to be more like a horror or a comedy?
It's a horror dramedy.
Horror dramedy.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Because-
can see that being a thing. It kind of reminds. You're obviously familiar with like the Scary Movie,
Right.
like fucking. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. That one Scary Movie.
Because my main idea was like, I think back in the 2010s there was a movie called The Bye Bye Man, and I was like, that's such a
Okay.
dumb name for a movie, and I would love to do something that's like a riff on that. So I was like, well, what about the Spaghetti Man?
Oh shit! Yeah, that sounds cool.
I mean, Batman is Bat and Man,
Right.
all right? And that's beloved throughout the times of comic book history. So I feel like you could put man or woman behind like an adjective or a noun, and it should be cool.
Yeah, and I think my main goal with this one was like I did want to get this film into like horror festivals. So with my sixth sense of humor, I was like, what if I made a horror film that instead of making you scared, it just made you cry at the end. Like it's a real tearjerker. Like I actually went to try to make you cry.
Jesus.
And a little hungry too. Obviously.
Yeah, and some people have actually cried during Spaghetti Man, or the Spaghetti Man. Oh, holy shit! So that's a huge compliment to me.
Yeah, making somebody feel a certain emotion. That's an accomplishment right there.
Right. It's like you cried during the Spaghetti Man. What are you doing with your life?
Now you hit all types of genres too. Obviously, horror, comedy, drama. Intergalactic Pizza Boy is a sci-fi film.
Sci-fi comedy. Yeah.
It's incredible. Do you have a certain kind of genre that you kind of pertain to that is your favorite? Perhaps?
Yeah. I mean, I like to describe my style as this weird but heartfelt. I don't want to be lumped into a specific genre. It's like whatever just interests me at the time. You know, it's like I like big, high concept ideas that are just weird and out there. I'm always trying to figure out what could I do with like the smallest budgets possible. So it's like, oh, as long as we can have like a creature of some sort or like a machine or some kind of weird thing that we can actually build and like actors can like interact with, I think that's like really great for them.
It's incredible. Now, how long do you think it took to make Spaghetti Man and maybe the cost of it as well?
Man, I don't know.
I mean, a pound of spaghetti due to inflation is like $1.25, $1.50.
Like, okay, so
we got about $3 worth of spaghetti.
I mean, like duct tape is like what, $7 a roll? We probably went through like 2-3 rolls.
And that's 95% lean beef.
Let's
right
see,
there.
body like a bodysuit is like what, around $75, and then I guess yarn. I think I just had that, and then like latex. Latex is super expensive. It's like $40 for like a gallon.
And then I gave you my black market guy for the teeth.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cheap. I mean, you
cheap.
have a good guy. Yeah.
I told you, teeth are cheap.
What kind of teeth are those?
Cheap. Huh?
What kind of teeth are those?
These are choppers.
Choppers.
Yeah,
Dog teeth.
It's completely made out of molars. There's no like.
Yeah. Do you want the bid or not bid answer? Yeah, because these are just silicone. These are just like literally globs of like hot glue that I've molded to look like teeth.
Absolutely
pretty
incredible.
Cool, yeah.
You did a great job on it.
Thank you.
Do you have a certain character that is maybe your favorite that you've created so far?
I mean, I like Spaghetti Man. He's a lot of fun. I mean, the head is the only thing that exists of the costume still. I mean, the rest of the suit, like, deteriorated.
If you don't say Tornoid from Intergalactic.
Oh, yeah.
And Why I Am Here.
That's a good. So
I'll fight you on camera.
Let's get Donovan more into this conversation. So Donovan was in a previous.
Still fight on camera? I'm just kidding.
So Donovan was in a previous film of mine called Intergalactic Pizza Boy, and he plays a pizza manager in space, and his name is Tonoid, which was this giant rubber suit. And like I felt bad because Donovan is such like a larger than life character, and it's like to constrict him like that is this it's a crime.
But it worked because
Right.
that suit also made by Jerry Gonzalez. Like he has such amazing ideas that he's literally built from the ground up. So to be in that giant rubber suit, I got to see the outside of it, but it looks way better on camera. My movements in there, it brought that entire latex suit of his to life. And I would love to just be in the credits of your movie. I want people just to know I was in it.
We can kick you out of the new one. We could still put you in the credits for something. I don't know.
Put me
like
in a
special
costume,
thanks.
Jerry. Put me in a homemade Jerry costume.
Yeah.
I will model all of Jerry's costumes.
Wait, so how did you two even meet?
You could tell that story.
Ooh, my thing is like, were you there during the hamburger night, or did I meet you at the Annoyance?
Okay, so I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah. No, give it to me, please. Give the people what.
So
they need.
I met Donovan through his partner. They took me to one of his shows. It was called Batsu. It's an improvised Japanese games show. You're no longer a part of it, but the idea is like it's a bunch of improvisers. They play games and they get hurt if they fail.
I like that.
Yeah, we were sentenced to Batsu, which is Japanese for punishment or penalty. So my comedic chops were on the chopping block, literally, because you would get shot in the chest with paintball from like 3 feet away.
Actual paintballs on
Actual
stage?
paintballs.
Yeah.
The mistress of pain would hold the paintball gun 3 feet away if my jokes didn't land. And I only got 3 shots. Like, I got 3 scars. All right? That's about it. Why? Because I'm good.
That's a record.
I'm good at the game.
Hell yeah.
Multiple-time Batsu champion Donovan Mullings.
Yeah. Bonnie took me to one of these shows, and, like, I met Donovan afterwards, and then that's history from there. That was, like, what, 2018, 2019?
Yeah,
probably
2018. 2018, definitely.
2018? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I got the date. You have the actual event. All right. Me and Jerry share 1.5 brain cells.
Yeah.
I take the comedic part, and he takes all of
I just shut down every time you start talking.
I'm telling jokes. He's writing the next script. All right. That's what's happening. He's Tim Burton. I'm the Black Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And my partner does not poop in my mouth. You know?
I was gonna say.
I'm already going there.
Yeah. But, we had Donovan in a rubber suit, really constrict his performance. But now, for Hamster in My Head, we have him fully on camera, fully seen. We have him with a bunch of makeup. We're going to put him in. You want to talk about your character?
I'm going to get some. It's going to have a lot of white makeup on it because I'm going to have a giant. I want you to go ahead, close your eyes.
Wait, what's the name of your character?
Wait, hold on. Should I explain the plot first?
Yeah, let's
you know what?
get down
Yes,
to
that does sound like a good idea.
Yeah, okay. So to talk about the movie real quick, I mean, not real quick, but the plot is about,
That's not what the movie's about.
So the movie is about a hamster named Hammy, he's genetically enhanced, and he escapes a mad scientist lab run by Donovan.
Mad scientist.
Yeah, and the way that he escapes this lab is with a human mech suit. Basically, it's a robot made to look like a human, and now he's piloting with tiny little levers inside the head of this human. And now he's in our world, doing pretty well for himself. He's like, doing great financially, but the only thing that's missing is that he wants to find love. So the whole short centers around him on a date, while Donovan, the mad scientist, tries to ruin it.
Young Dr. Animalius.
And he plays Dr. Animalius.
Oh, shit.
That's incredible.
Inspired.
awesome.
It has to be inspired by a little Don King. The afro that we're going to put me in or the white streak we're going to have in my hair, it is definitely a little Don King inspired.
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, I was going to say Frankenstein, but like Bride of Frankenstein.
If Don King got to announce and promote the living of Frankenstein.
But if you want to channel that for your performance, I mean, I'm game. That's cool.
Oh, 100%. Like Jerry says he plays a lot of video games. I do the horror video game genre. I want to be the guy that's scared poopless, And the way
Donovan doesn't have a single poop in him right now.
Not one, because I play all of the Silent Hill games every day I wake up just to stay empty.
Yeah, like an enema, yeah.
I'm ready for a colonoscopy right now. Right now.
He's freshly squeezed.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I love a good colonoscopy,
Wait.
Just playing Silent Hill, just like, whoa!
Clean, bro.
Clean you out.
Tell you.
I mean, I drink kombucha for that, but yeah.
No. I play the Evil Within for the Xbox One. Jesus. But no, I like the characterization of this one. I love the look of him. It really, like Jerry was saying earlier, what he likes to portray in his movies is like, yeah, it can be horror, but by the end of it, he's going to make you cry about something. I love...
Are we going to make
I love the way this character looks and his motivations behind it. When you guys take a look at it, oh my God, I was about to say the spaghetti man, because you got this motherfucker just standing right here. Get out of here, spaghetti man. When you guys see Hamster in My Head, you're going to see evil in the best way possible. You know, like we by the end of Black Panther, you kind of was like, you know what, Killmonger wasn't really that crazy, you know?
Dr. Animalius is the Killmonger of this movie.
Honestly, I'm the Thanos of the Jerry Gonzalez cinematic universe. I will be in each and every one collecting all different food scraps to make the next big creature. But no, like Dr. Animalius, he has a real plan to do with this Frankenstein-like idea of putting a hamster inside of a mech suit. You know, there is a very good, well thought out reason behind it. And then Jerry just kind of like gives you both that and the, we're all just little hamsters in our own head. Like, we all looking for love. Like, imagine Imagine in a world.
I'm just a hamster looking for love.
We're all just hamsters looking for love.
We all
Spinning on a wheel.
Spin on a wheel. Literally.
spinning on a wheel of love.
So you guys have made people cry in your films before. When was the
And
last...
in real life.
And in real
We
life.
beat
And
the
in real
shit
life.
out of them.
Oh fuck. When was the last time you guys cried in films? What was the last movie you guys watched that made you cry?
Actually, it wasn't a film, but it was a film. I was watching someone talk about the Iron Giant, and it just like brought me back.
Oh shit!
I got teary eyed from that. I'm like, oh my god, you stay, I go. It's like, no, don't go. God.
They need to make that into a live action film. Wouldn't that be sick?
I don't want to
Yeah.
see
No, we
Tom
don't need
Hanks
that.
die.
Tom Hanks as the Iron Giant.
What you got? Wasn't he the Iron Giant, or was that
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
I don't want. You know what? I don't mind watching Vin Diesel die, but don't let that guy die.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take y'all real back. Y'all ready for this one? Y'all remember Daddy's Girl with Macaulay Culkin, and he died at the end by bees. 'Cause he was allergic to bees.
He's like, you gotta put his glasses on.
The boy is in a casket,
Yeah.
and his best friend is just like, wait, I'm looking at my dead friend, and before I can cry, y'all have him in this casket without his glasses. He can't see without his glasses. My dog went for
Doesn't
the
need 'em.
glasses for her dead homie.
Doesn't need him.
Jesus.
I cried.
I'm about to cry right now.
And once again, empty. I was empty of everything at that scene. But then everybody here, right now, when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2, you all cried
God.
in Dragon
I
Ball Z
fucking
when
died,
Vegeta gets out.
yeah.
You know we cried when you crushed Android 16's head.
Oh,
you
my
were like,
God.
yo, let it go, bro. Be
No.
free. You can protect what you love, and sometimes you got to do it violently. And that man just went Super Saiyan 2 and just started slap firing on every Cell Jr. and then Cell himself. Nah, I cried my eyes out. Dragon Ball Z will make you cry. Just
Oh, my
like,
God.
it's an action-packed movie that'll make action-packed show that'll make you cry at some point. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. But then we got Jerry here that will literally by the end of Spaghetti Man, you're just like you will have kind of like a little introspective to yourself.
Did you see the Spaghetti Man?
Better put that V in the front of it. All
Yeah.
right.
For legal reasons, I have to say the. I have to say the.
Now, Q4 Radio got our backs right now. And, and obviously the hawk is one of the most deadliest birds in the sky. Ain't nobody going, who's going to follow along?
Some hawk wins, yeah.
Yeah, they come down.
I think Hawks might like spaghetti too.
Yeah.
So beware spaghetti.
That's my next movie.
Hawks love spaghetti.
Well, yeah, no more food movies. I have 2 back-to-back food movies, and I guess there's a dinner scene in this new movie, so I can't escape food. I'm trying to get away from food. That's my goal as a
Steak Man.
Steak Man.
Yeah.
We can't just do that. We can't just put like food and then man. We can't keep doing that. There can't be a cinematic universe of just food man.
It could be a 3-part movie.
Fighting Good Times was literally an anime. That's all I'm saying.
So where are you guys on production for a hamster?
So
movie?
we're very deep pre-production. So we are, we're kind of finalizing costumes, props. Today we got to see, just me, I guess, in my living room. I got to assemble Ben, who's playing our hamster, his fake torso, because we're doing a lot of practical effects. So basically, we have like a whole like torso where the face pops off, and like the little hamster's going to be in there. And
Wow. That's incredible. So, and I was looking on your Instagram. Do you guys do 3D printing for some of that, or is it just strictly prop based? How do you design this again?
3D printing? Well, I mean, I actually found a 3D model of a hamster online. I mean, credit to whoever made that 3D model. Sorry, I don't know your name. I wish I could credit you, but just know that you're in my heart.
I think you could just credit the internet at that point. If you don't know the name of the person that you found on the internet, just credit the internet.
Yeah, but like
shout out Al Gore.
With the
global warming.
Thank you, Al Gore, for making that 3D model of a hamster and your downtime, your off time. You're very busy, man, but you made that hamster. Thank you for. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for global warming.
And thank you for global warming. You invented it.
Richard Gere for all you've done for hamsters in the world.
What was even the question?
I don't even know. Where
3D
are you guys
printing.
Where are you guys on production for it? So you're in pre-production
Actually,
at the moment.
Just yesterday, we had a really cool stunt rehearsal. We were planning some really cool stuff. We have some stunt actors who are just going to be on wires at some point. We have Donovan doing some pretty wacky stuff. We were like, we're trying to channel our inner anime and just like mech nuances here and there, like mech animes.
This is for nerds.
Yeah.
If you're a nerd, you're gonna feel each and every bit of this
I think
film.
you'll watch the movie and you will have a stupid smile on your face the entire time.
So when is filming going to start?
We're aiming for late April, so the end of this month. Yeah, like in 2 weeks.
Wow, incredible. Are you still casting for it at all by any chance?
You looking for a part, bro?
Yeah, what do you? Well, yeah,
Check your DMs, bro. I've been interested for a while.
because you do like creature performance stuff, right?
I've my dream. I've always wanted to be a kaiju actor. I love kaiju films. I love.
Do you have
stuff.
stunt performance?
I do.
Do you want to be okay?
Talk,
I have.
we can talk after, but
I mean, I could just like maybe like just some words to kind of like get people's gears turning. Do you want to be like an animatronic ape?
Yeah.
Great. Let's shake on it. Let's shake on.
That's a deal.
Yeah.
You saw that, internet.
It's on live.
You saw that, Al Gore.
That's a contract right
Cool.
there.
Thank
That
you,
is a
Al Gore.
contract.
Hey, you never know until you ask, right? Hey.
Cool. Awesome.
Watch Hawk Wins. It might be your next network.
Hey. You never
Yeah,
know.
but we can't make this movie unless we have some money. So, because I mean, just really quickly, I just want to plug that we have a Seed and Spark campaign.
Links in the description.
Links
down
in
below.
the bio,
description.
in the description. A lot of cool incentives, including hamster beanies, which are really cool. It's just a giant orange cap that has a little hamster face. That's really fun. Also, like $25 will get you a customized hamster drawing made by me. Whatever you want that hamster to be doing, I'll draw that for you.
This is an example of the type of art you're going to be getting from that. Right?
Someone like asked me, "Hey, could you draw a hamster covered in mayonnaise?" I'm like, "You got it, buddy."
What a weirdo.
I mean, there was more context to that, but I'm just gonna leave it like that.
I love mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I do have to say this for anyone out there again watching the show. Please support artists, support artists, support artists, support artists who are making their fucking way into the biz. Jerry, man, I don't even want to say you got your foot in the door, man. You're building the damn house. So for anyone out there who's listening, support this dude. Again, what's a good way for them to get funding for the film?
Well, there is a Seed and Spark campaign. Link is in the description, and they can donate to that.
Seed and Spark?
Seed and Spark, yeah.
Okay.
Plant the seed and watch it spark.
And then we'll spark
Ooh.
up afterwards.
Ooh, and it was, yeah,
I'm not
we will.
kidding.
Hire me.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm not kidding.
How do you think I get my ideas?
My man's got to pay these actors somehow.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Pay him in marinaras.
We're not going to spend all the money on marinara. Marijuana.
Just most of it.
I'm sorry, I got spaghetti on the brain.
No, but we do have too much
Yeah,
marinara.
we know how to use a budget. Okay, we're asking for a lofty sum, so
Now, how much are you guys kind of looking to raise for the film?
around $10,000.
That's easy to do.
I feel like it
according
should
to
be
the
easy.
internet.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
just
everybody
getting the
knows
word
it's
out there is
$1.
the hard part. Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, for those checking out, please look up that link. We're gonna have the link in the description. Is this how you usually fund your films? I mean, how do you usually get the?
Usually, I just bankrupt myself. I just, I'm like, all right, okay, making another movie, or I gotta throw all my money to this.
Got to make out another name, a different alias, fill out another credit card.
But I mean, but the thing is that like every one of these movies, it just gets a little easier because I mean, like because I made the Spaghetti Man, Isaac, who's the DP on this, director of photography, he watched that. DP.
Good call. Good call. You explained everything that needed to be explained.
I thought this interview was changing shifts right now.
I was all about it.
DP
So
out like that.
yeah, so
It's the DP.
that's the DP. Thank you.
The DP.
Yeah, he watched the Spaghetti Man. He loved it. He was like, "Can we have like a meeting? Can we meet up and talk about what you want to do next?" And like, I wasn't gonna like jump into this hamster movie right away, but like he really encouraged me and like that first initial meeting, like we were just bouncing ideas like back and forth and like how we can accomplish different shots. And like he had like the savvy to like pull it off. I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be a beautiful film for being about a hamster.
And how long is the duration of your films usually?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great short film though, especially for film festivals. What are some film festivals? Obviously, you're an award-winning filmmaker.
Oh shucks.
This is what we're here to
What
do.
award
man.
is that?
We're here to fan you.
Stop it, Jack! Stop it.
You can read all of these same adjectives and accolades on his Wikipedia. These are facts.
So maybe if you can tell us a little bit about your experience in the film festival world, the awards that you've won, please Tell us all about it.
Well, yeah. I didn't start submitting to festivals until like my first film out of college which was There's Something in the Woods, and at that time, we had our premiere December 2019. So like as soon as it got shipped off to festivals, it was lockdown, peak pandemic, and like a lot of those festivals were online, so I didn't get a chance to really like go out and meet people. But I started once I submitted like Intergalactic Pizza Boy, then I started getting more going out to more festivals, and I guess some of the awards that I've been up for is like best stunts, best costumes, the Trauma Award given out by the Trauma Company, who's known for the Toxic Avenger, which was pretty cool. I just got nominated for Best Director at the Chicago Horror Film Festival. Congrats.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Did I get nominated for Best Short? I don't know. There was like 4 other noms. Best Actress, Brittany Vogel. So congrats to you.
Nice.
She deserves it. She's the reason why you cry at the end of Spaghetti Man. The Spaghetti Man.
Oh,
we are in trouble.
Oh man, we're in trouble.
Like,
Dude, man, our
can't
lawyers
y'all
are not
just
good enough.
Photoshop the word the.
Yeah, can you Photoshop the word the?
Can you Photoshop sound real quick and just put the independent of everything?
It's like a robot, like AI voice, and the Spaghetti Man. We'll do it in post. Yeah, great.
Man. So, explain a little bit more for those who aren't really familiar with the whole film festival thing. I've been a part of a couple myself, and they're awesome. If anyone's, even if you're not in any of the films, it's such a great way to go to kind of get your foot in the door, meet filmmakers and actors. Maybe tell us a little bit about your experience in it. Have you met any cool people? Like, what's your kind of your best networking that you've done in there?
Yeah, I mean, like I've met a couple people, through that. Pretty cool people. I don't really got much to. Don't got really much to say. I mean, like it's
trying to name drop anybody right now.
I've met a ton of people. That's the thing. It's like I meet so many people on like a weekly basis. Not to brag, that it's kind of like they go through one year and out the other, and it's like, oh my god, and like I forgot that we were on Chicago Med.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. That was pre-pandemic. I believe you were a regular extra on there.
Yeah, I was a med student. My biggest claim to fame is just like coming into like the med bay one day, and the nurse is like, "Oh my god, we need a chest X-ray," and then the camera it's just a single shot on me, and I'm like, and I just nod because they can't give me a line, or else they'll have to give me like $1,000. But
yeah, right.
The famous nod. The
famous nod heard around the world.
For those who are looking to get into acting and stuff like that, being an extra on any of the Chicago shows, it's really a cool way to get some on-set experience. You learn that it's a lot of downtime.
Yeah, highly recommend that. I mean, like I went to film school and like I didn't start learning about the different roles on set until I started doing like extra work, which led into stand-in work, which led into PA work, and then all the connections I've made since then.
Is that how you recommend people getting into film to start? What was your how did you start, and what would you recommend like young filmmakers to do?
Well, I mean, like I was making my own stuff on the side, but like, trying to like break into the business, like I found like Facebook pages that were like, hey, we're looking for extras, and like I would apply to that. I think my very first TV extra role was like a role of a dead body. Like I played like a real life person. So there was this show called Crime Stoppers, and I played this guy who got shot somewhere in Cicero. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it was like really dark. And I remember like being super like anxious about it, and like I got to set like 3 hours early, and like there was nothing set up, and I was just like standing in this very shady part of that area, and like some guy came up to me and was like, "You've been standing here for 3 fucking hours. I'm a fucking cop. What are you doing here?" I'm like, I don't know. There's gonna be a shoot here, and I think I said shoot, and like that like triggered something in his brain, and he ran into traffic and ran away. I'm like, oh,
ran into traffic.
Yeah, literally ran like into the road, like didn't even look. He just bolted.
That's not what cops do.
I don't think I'm starting to think that man wasn't a cop.
Just wearing a costume.
Jerry was not a cop. That man was not a cop.
Yeah.
How do you deal with like criticism and people that don't like your films?
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, like I like to take in criticism. I think it's very good to take in criticism and just sort of develop that like part of because What am I trying to say here, Donovan?
What you're trying to get at is the criticism is something that you can use not to bring you down in the creative process, but to learn what you can do better. And then you also learn something about yourself, as in, I know what my audiences want. The people who do like my films. Because then you start to then figure out what to improve on to keep them. And then maybe you can branch out and grab some more people's attention. But you do have a fan base in the beginning, because there will be somebody that loves everything you do.
Yeah. I think feeling cringe is good. Like, if you look at your old stuff and you feel cringe, like, that's great, because that's growth. And like, if you look at old stuff and you're like, ooh, that was like the best thing I've ever done, I mean, like, I don't think that you're not growing.
You haven't
then.
grown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like,
everybody in here has been to high school. You were cringe in high school,
right? And like you
everyone.
mentioned, like you were like very curious about There's Something in the Woods and like what it meant. It's like, and of course, like I'm thinking, there's like 100 things I could have done now, which I could have like kind of elaborated that, so you can come up with your own kind of like thesis of like what I was what I meant when I made that.
But now in these movies, now you're more aware. You're like, okay, now I can.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not perfect either. It's like there's every movie I do, like I learn something else, or it's like I gain another person that could help me do the things that I'm weak at. Because I do a lot, but I'm not perfect at everything. So I'm only as great as the people around me.
The perfect person knows that he's not perfect.
True.
Bars.
Speaking of the people around you, Donovan, how about you? How did you get into the whole acting biz?
Honestly, okay, here's my
you're not perfect.
Not to follow on that.
Yeah. Bring some Freudian into this, baby. Honestly, it's a cute little story. I started doing acting like in my church in the South. I grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida. Was popping 5, 6, 8 all in your face. I was doing like little Christmas sketches at my church, and then all the adults were just like, "Yo, why is this so good? Why do I believe you're a dad supporting his family during the Christmas holiday? You're really like connecting with the children that are playing your kids in this thing. Like, for some reason, this is really good. You should go to school for this." And I did. That's immediately what I did. I went to high school, started taking acting classes there. Had a fantastic teacher, Mr. Thomas Bruckner, that really, he co-signed everything I did. And even the bad stuff, he was just like, there's going to be some stuff that you need to learn later. And I'm like, let's do it. And he gave me a chance, and I really felt comfortable then being on stage, saying the words. Then I went off to the University of Florida. I was at Palm Beach State College before I went to the University of Florida. Got into an improv troupe called AIT. Guess what it stands for, Jerry?
Ass in the.
Said it out.
Say left. No, we were witty. It was called an improv troupe. Mod 27 and improv troupe, AIT.
How was I supposed to guess that?
But we did improv as a troupe of people.
Okay, I mean the A was kind of
And improv
Oh, that's dumb.
troupe.
I mean, I get it.
And that was
I heard N like N, but like and makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean, see, like this is why he's the writer. You know, he writes words, but hearing them is kind of crazy for
Yeah, I have really bad ears. I'm sorry, y'all.
They're cute looking ears, but they're bad at hearing.
Can't even see them right now.
But I went through an improv troupe with Mod 27. Tom O'Donnell and Dave Hyland taught me some of the best improv I can get my hands on, and which totally led me to the point where if I can make a casting director laugh, they have to remember me. Like, you're going to remember somebody that made you laugh. Mm-hmm. You're going to remember somebody that made you cry about a spaghetti person, you know? So there's an ability that they gave me that I will cherish forever, and that every actor should be an improviser. Learn to improvise, swear to God.
Yeah. I tried.
After that, I started doing a lot of stuff in the South Florida area, doing improv from Miami all the way to Orlando, Tampa. And my manager, Marlo Cohen, shout out Mercury Entertainment, was like, yo, we need to get you out of here. Go to bigger places, do some better stuff where you want to go. So I was like, let's do the Shy. Let's get up here. And I've been kicking the ground ever since, man. Just working it every moment I can get my hands on.
You're thriving. You're in plays constantly, like one right after the other.
Yo, I'm glad. Yo, stay working. I'm trying to stay working. You know how it is.
Yeah. That's good, man.
Wild, man.
You know, I see we got some folks here tuning in as well. For any of you guys who are out there watching right now, if you have any questions for these two, please comment down below. Give us a heart emoji. Give us some fire, some flames. Please, if you have any questions for these guys,
Would you
don't
date
hesitate to
us?
ask. Hey.
Not for real, would you date me? Like, I'm pretty awesome.
Please.
Are y'all available?
What's your top dating qualities for all the ladies listening to you out there?
Because I do
Top
see
three.
mother. I do
Teeth.
see Mother of Dragons right now.
Top 3 dating qualities.
Eyes, teeth,
Don't forget
fingernails.
personality.
They
duh.
gotta have teeth.
They gotta have big personality. Just kidding.
My man said, if I don't see no pearly whites in there, I can't have it right now, baby. I can't do it. You gotta
I've been
smile.
catfished too many times. I show up to the date and they smile. I'm like, I don't see any.
all
any
gums.
I see nothing but gums.
All gums.
Tune in to Jerry Gonzalez's next movie, The Gums.
The Gums Girl.
It's gonna be a take on the Meg, but it's just a shark without
Yeah.
teeth. Imagine a shark just nibbling.
Good old gum job.
Yeah, top 3, honestly, I don't know if it's a quality. I just think you have to have a hobby. You got to be willing to do something fun.
It's kind of a quality.
I can't just sit and watch Netflix all night, all right? Unless you're gonna do the thing, okay? It's just crazy. Like, nah, I need to get out there and do something. I'm a karaoke enthusiast. Like, if you love
Yeah.
to sing, if you love to party, that's a huge thing for me. And I'm a nerd. You got to be down with nerdy tendencies, all right? If I spend $6,000 on a sand space pod to sit sitting in the garage, I need somebody to be up. Like, I need somebody to hype me up on that.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
gotta do your training.
Yeah, I have way too much money invested in card games right now. You have no idea. So if anybody's like hating on card games that you can't like live out your greatest childhood dreams, that person's not for you. All right, that person's not for you.
Yeah, I like people with big aspirations. Big aspirations.
Big aspirations. Those are two things.
Well, it's just one, but like mostly, like I like people that like are trying to do something with their lives. Some like trying to like get some big thing or like work towards a big goal, which is really cool. Sense of humor. I mean, my sense of humor is pretty dry sometimes, and some people just don't get it. Like sometimes I'll just say the dumbest thing and be like, "This person knows I'm saying the dumbest thing," and they'll think that I'm like, "Are you dumb?"
Everything Jerry says, I have to triple think on it. I'm just like, no, this man's a genius. He's like the Kanye of amateur filmmaking right now. Like he's gonna do it. Like Jerry's gonna do it. The Spaghetti Man, Intergalactic Pizza Boy. These are things that are gonna come up so much later on. But it's gonna be like when they're interviewing Jerry.
But let's talk about
like,
Donovan. Let's talk about how great Donovan is.
We are, because I'm working with one of the best. Like,
Well, I'm working with one of the best.
I'm working with one.
No,
of the
I'm
best.
working with one of the best. I'm working with one of the best. No, I'm working.
Hey, boys, why don't you guys just date each other?
Boom.
Oh, a threesome!
It's
Anyways,
just spaghetti.
follow our
OnlyFans.
Yeah, that'll be in the link in the description.
And the
yeah.
link below.
Hold on to your meatballs, folks.
That should have been the tagline. Dang it!
Meatballs.
Next time.
Speaking of aspirations, big aspirations.
Big aspirations. Yeah.
Don't forget the big part.
And board games. That's my
and
third
board-
one. That's my third.
Speaking of being flat as a board and having big aspirations,
Yeah, great.
what's next on the horizon for you guys? What's the next big project after A Hamster in My Head?
Sleep. That's a big one. I would like to finally go on a vacation. I think I kind of came out with this film and then immediately started working on Hamster. So I kind of want to jump into that. But yeah, I think after Hamster, I want to work on my first feature film. So I mean, in a way, Hamster is kind of preparing me for my next feature film. And it's like, if this movie goes well, and I can show people, hey, this is what I could do with a budget of this size. Like, think about if you gave me just a little more than that, and like if I can actually pay my actors to do what they do, and like, you know, let me find the best people in Chicago to make something that's truly wonderful and stupid.
That's awesome.
Wonderfully stupid.
Do you have any sort of genre you're trying to go for, or a theme you're trying to go for?
I think the safest bet is just go back to another horror comedy.
Nice.
Yeah, because I
I
mean,
love
horror,
those.
yeah, horror comedy or just horror in general is just such an approachable genre, especially if you're starting out. Because like it's like people will watch random horror movies all the time, and especially horror fans are crazy people, and they'll watch anything. Like
What was the last horror movie you watched?
I don't know, dude.
Man, I got
Zone,
you right
he's making
now.
his zone.
Yeah, I don't
Do y'all remember Mirrors?
mirrors.
Mirrors. It was just like this spirit. Like these guys went into a haunted house. You always know it's haunted because it's like 4 white dudes and just like, it's a house. Let's just go into it without asking permission and then fuck it up. So they go in and this spirit had like, the spirit lived in a mirror. So the person looked at it and then the spirit, if they catch you in the mirror, whatever the mirror image does to themselves happens in real life. It gave me my favorite horror movie kill of all time, which is this woman looks into it. She's about to take a bath. She looks in the mirror. She does does the thing with her hair. She goes into the bath, sits up, got some strawberries, smooth music playing. It's a beautiful evening, but her mirror image doesn't leave. So the mirror image is just looking creepily at the camera. It starts to grab its mouth, and you're just like, oh, it's probably just gonna pull its head down or whatever. No, the mirror image rips its own jaw off, and she's in the tub, and you see like the parts of her cheeks start to rip off slowly, blood gushing, and then the mirror image just still like, you hear the crack, they rip it off, and then her jaw's just right there. It's one of the coolest underrated horror films of all time, and they made a sequel, Mirrors 2.
Mirrors to mirrors?
Mirrors. The double reflection.
Two mirror, two furious.
Two-way mirror.
Yeah.
Jay, do you got a favorite movie horror kill?
I don't know about fit. Well, kind of. I saw Hereditary a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense.
It's an intense movie.
The part where the girl's riding outside the car and the fucking pole smacks her face off. That part was pretty
her
intense
head's
to me.
clean off. Yeah.
And then her brother
Peanut
or whatever
allergies.
just went into the fetal position in like his bedroom or something and just stayed there the whole night until his mom came out to the car and saw his sister's body just there, headless. Crazy.
I got my favorite horror movie death of all time. It's I forgot which Friday the which Nightmare on Elm Street it is, but it's the one where that girl is in the hospital room and she falls asleep while she's waiting, but you obviously don't know she falls asleep, and the TV up in the corner starts flickering, and she starts walking up towards it. And then Freddy Krueger's face pops out of the top, and his arms reach up the side, and he grabs her and he goes, "Welcome to prime time, bitch!" And he throws her head through the TV,
What the
through his chest, and then they find her later, and she's just up in the corner and inside this TV. I remember watching it as a kid. I was like, I am too young to be watching this, but this is so cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite one, but the one kill that comes to mind is from a movie called Ghost Ship, where it's just the beginning of the film. It's like a cold open or something, and it's a bunch of old people just dancing on a boat, and I guess it's a Final Destination type kill where a piano wire just somehow skirts along the entirety of the boat, just kind of cutting all these people in half. Yeah. And
I think I have seen it. When was it released?
Early 2000s, I think.
Okay.
But there's one girl that survives because she's just short enough where the wire just kind of flies over her.
Oh man.
Shout out to Jerry for not having a kill that specifically killed a woman. All of ours were just this lady got fucking chopped in half. Jerry's nah, I killed everybody. Everybody was murdered.
Girl.
There's a great kill in The Spaghetti Man if you have a chance to watch it. Just putting that out there.
I think that's what's really fun about horror films. We were talking about how fans of horror have that. They're all a little off.
Yeah.
We all are, That's a way to kind of live out a gruesome fantasy or whatever. And you were saying, Donovan, that it's kind of a cult following. Like Jerry, I know your films are fabulous, and I know that over time it's going to develop that cult following. So you can film something 10, 15 years ago, and then it just takes off like that. Like Kevin Smith films, for instance, are kind of like that. You know how they're very culty. Broken Lizard as well, where they're old movies and you're wow, this is made in the 90s, but this is so funny and relevant today. I was hoping maybe you could talk a little bit about that of, if not what's to come in the future, what's something from the past that you kind of hope kind of takes off a little bit more?
Hopefully nothing. I did a lot of I did like a lot of cringy stuff in the past, like just kind of figuring out like my style, because originally I wanted to do like the Corridor Digital guys and like Freddie W. Like I wanted to make video game parodies. And like every week or like at least like a month, like during college, like I would just try to find like what's the most trending video game and try to make a sketch off that, even if I haven't played the game. And I think I came up with a lot of stuff that felt just heartless. And I'm like, okay, I don't think anyone deserves to see it. I mean, a lot of it's still on YouTube. A lot of it has racked in like thousands upon millions of views. And I'm like, why? And I just kind of abandoned those channels, and now I'm doing stuff that's like more gratifying to me, just making these shorts and just like doing my own original ideas, and I'm hoping to find fan bases off of that rather than the cringy video game stuff.
But can I please get a parody of Stardew Valley by Jerry Gonzalez, please?
If the people that made that game want a parody made by me, I will do that.
Stardew Valley people, your game is really dope. A lot of people play it. Now I want to see what Jerry can do with it. So give Jerry the ability to make that parody, please.
I'm worried to pick up that game. I haven't played it, but like
there's no need to pick it up.
I hear that it's a huge time sink, that I'll be playing it for years.
You're farming. It's another farming sim, but you can actually trade sand to the mayor, and the mayor will give you stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of hours into Animal Crossing. I did do an Animal Crossing video back in the day.
God, Animal Crossing is so funny.
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear that so much of your inspiration comes from video games. Where does it kind of come organically when you're coming up with the next big idea? Obviously, marijuana and marinara comes into play a little bit, but where does it kind of what's the thing that sparks at the bottom of your heart to make this happen?
I don't know. It's just like I pull inspiration for a lot of things. Like when I was making Intergalactic Pizza Boy, I was trying to really tap into that retro futurism look. That style from like the 60s of like, oh, what could the future look like? And you had like these really cool like palindromes that are really pointy, and like these giant bubble helmets and stuff like that. And I was looking at these like pulp novels, and like one of the pulp novels was just this photo of this rat that was like in this robot brain. I was like, that's weird. I wish I could see a movie based off that. So I decided to just like, change into a hamster because I grew up with hamsters. And, and I feel like in those pulp novels, it's like, oh, there's a mad scientist and we got to figure out how to stop the mad scientist. It's like, well, what if we took this character and this like these weird pulp ideas and just sort of like grounded them and just like, okay, what if this is just a person who's just a hamster piloting a robot, and he's just, I don't know, looking for love. He's just doing what we do on a regular basis.
Hamsters are kind of fucked up, dude. I had hamsters.
Yeah.
Any of my college friends out there, if you're listening, they know. I used to bring them out to parties and stuff. Mm-hmm. We would place bets and like have them like race around beer cans and stuff. It was really weird. But one day, and this is a thing with hamsters, they eat each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one day I went up to my cage. I was gonna like go feed them. No, it wasn't that. That sounds bad. It sounds like I didn't feed him. I was going to check on him. I was with my friend, and he was like, let's see your hamsters. And he goes, bro. And I'm like, what? And he goes, look at your hamster. And one of them was just nibbling at the other one's rib cage.
Oh.
Full bowl of food and everything. And he just like...
You just wanted a snack.
You just bought the wrong type of food. Maybe this is your fault. I need you to go back and look in the mirror sometime.
What do you mean?
Did you change their food?
Yeah, bro. They love
Yeah.
meatballs.
You ever look at your homie and like, damn, you look like a snack. I can eat you up.
I do it all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
So hamsters hibernate in the winter. A lot of people report that their hamsters die during the winter and they bury them.
Yeah.
Actually, they most likely buried their hibernating hamster. At some point, their hamster woke up from hibernation when they were buried, and they died buried alive.
You're just like Uma Thurman in Kill Bill.
Right.
Move your left paw.
Can you imagine that though?
Yeah.
Being a kid and
Right.
you just like you bury your hamster and it just like erupts from the grave.
Fucking wild.
No,
I'm sure that-
hamster's
yeah,
coming.
'cause
That
I mean,
hamster's coming back for revenge.
Right. I mean, like we buried one of my hamsters in like a cardboard box. I'm sure like he could have chewed out of it. Like if he realized what was happening, he's like,
Was it confirmed dead, Jerry?
I don't know. I
Or
don't
was
know.
it hibernate?
You can't check its pulse. You'd be like,
What month did you bury it? Was it winter months?
I don't know. I don't know, man. That was years ago.
What day was it? What's the time? I'm just kidding.
It was 3 p.m.
When did you bury the hamster, Jerry?
Poor Sparky.
Poor Sparky, yeah.
Jesus.
Does the hamster in the film have a name?
His name is Hammy.
Hammy.
Young Hammy.
Hammy. I mean, that's such an easy name for a hamster. But it's like, okay.
I was reading the script and I kept just feeling my
okay. Phew. I was worried that you didn't.
How am I supposed to be the character, Jerry? How am I supposed to be able to tell the truth to people that you write some of the next most inspiring things? Everybody should be watching Jerry's movie and taking notes. Because if you're a writer, he's the best right now.
You better shut
Say
the hell up.
best. Say you're the best.
No, you say you're the best.
I am the
You
best.
know
Hey,
I'm
boys,
with
boys,
the-
boys. Before we start kissing, I got a quick question for you.
That's so funny.
Can I try on Spaghetti Head?
I guess.
He
If
gave
he's
the
old and
lip
ripped, it's okay to say no.
I
I have a large cranium. Or can one of y'all put him on?
no, I don't want. You could put him on.
Can I put him on?
Yeah.
I really can.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Whatever.
Dun, dun, dun,
Like, who's gonna wear it ever again? Huh?
You never know.
I'm not doing a sequel. I mean,
Why? Do you like sequels? Jerry, as a person, like, as a movie watcher, how are you with sequels?
well, I mean, my shorts have a beginning, middle, and end, and I rarely keep them kind of open ended. I think it's sort of like, that's what you get out of it.
And then, like, for, let's say movies, like, do you
Right.
have a favorite sequel?
A favorite sequel? I mean, there's some really good sequels out there.
Jaws?
I still haven't seen Dune 2. I hear it's really good.
I couldn't even get through the first one.
the
I
first
heard
one.
you got to watch it in the daytime so you don't fall asleep.
Very funny.
It's a long one, and it's very all jargony. Let's see, what's a good sequel?
Zendaya, though.
Ooh,
right?
Mad Max Fury Road is a good sequel.
That was epic.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to watch Pacific Rim 2. I just recently watched Pacific Rim 1.
I hear it's not good.
Damn. Don't do that to me.
No.
Oh, it really is a beanie inside of here.
Yeah, you could probably see like the logo on the back there, and
Oh, yeah.
Can we also all agree that all mannequin heads are haunted?
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Mr. Spaghetti Man.
Mr. The
Oh,
Spaghetti
well,
Man.
it's
We ain't
Mr.
try-
Yeah.
you're hurting him.
Come on.
You're hurting him.
Mr. Spaghetti Man.
Yeah. We made that movie in such a quick turnaround that like
Oh,
I just
Jesus.
like we didn't have like the time to like actually implement like an actual like way for him to move his mouth. As that you can see, like it's really hard to move your mouth. So during the entire movie, he just has his mouth agape, which is like.
So don't move your mouth.
Oh, don't move it.
Did we all just witness Jack squeezing fake titties?
What?
Don't act like you've never done it before, bro.
Yeah, everybody in here squeezed some fake.
Yeah,
titties
everyone in
their
here
mouth.
has done that.
Yeah,
Yes, that's a
every
normal
single
thing that
person.
everyone in here has done.
I'm 30 and got hair on my balls. Yeah, I've
Fuck.
squeezed some fake titties.
You're
Yeah,
never
everyone
humped a
here
full
has hair on their
circle?
balls.
I've never had a single hair in my ball before. What
crazy.
the fuck?
I can donate.
That's a normal thing.
So, question.
You guys remember that South Park episode where Cartman put fucking pubes in his fucking chin
I
or
like how
whatever?
you want to remember that and not the fact that he murdered Scott Tetterman's parents and made
yeah.
that man eat.
I was about to talk about that next, but
Remy Wings.
Yucked up.
I got a quick question. I got a quick question about Spaghetti Head.
What's with you with all these questions? Are you a host or something?
Trying to.
what are you, a cop?
This is Hog Wins, isn't it?
Yeah, what are you, a fucking narc?
Jerry has already told us that he doesn't actually know what a cop looks like.
I'm just
And
here to
that
sit
is-
down. I'm just here to observe. I'm not here to answer questions.
Yeah, we actually have 4 warrants for out for your arrest. This was
You have a microphone.
Okay, all right, Jack.
sting
What's your question?
operation.
What's your question?
My question is. Oh, that sounds too much like Spotlight.
My question is,
Spider-Man.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man. How long would the actor be on wearing this costume while on set?
Well, I mean, the goal with making that costume was to make it as actor-friendly as possible, so, like, you can easily pull it off. Like, our original plan was to have the mouth actually be, like, a makeup appliance, so that way he could move his, like, jaw around and it could be, like, articulate. But yeah, Danny had to kind of like be in that suit all day. It was kind of hard for him to sit down. It was just mugging through the camera.
I don't want folks to be able to see it.
So there's a fun story where for the first day of shooting, because we made the costume, it was such a quick turnaround, and I wish I had one more day to do like test fittings. It's just done, and I can't wear that mask anymore.
So funny.
Sorry, I violated.
No one can wear it anymore. It's
You had to
diseased.
expect that was gonna happen.
Right.
You know, it's very comfortable with the ski mask inside, or with the
eye holes?
beanie
Oh, yeah.
inside. It's incredibly comfortable. I thought it was gonna be a lot less comfortable, but it's actually kind of nice. I would for sure take this skiing or snowboarding.
Well, you can't, because that's mine to have.
I'm sorry.
No safety hazard. I mean, it's completely safe to do to the ski
Right.
slopes, but nah, that's
Try it out?
true.
I believe you.
All right.
Let's put it back.
Thank you for letting me put it on. I will put it back. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Jerry said, let's put it back.
But a quick story about the costume and like how, like, you know, the actor's comfort. So, you know, we had a quick turnaround. We had only one day for like test fitting. I wish I had another day because to figure out the whole bathroom situation, we kind of made like a bathroom flap in the front of the costume, and that was just like Velcro. But the Velcro kept popping up. So throughout the first day of shooting, like it would just pop up, and like it was like white Velcro too. So you would just see these white things against his like dark pelvic area, and like no one else wanted to do it. So like I had it, like Danny was like, go ahead, and like I as the director of this film, I had to fix his like crotch area every time it popped up, and we saw the Spaghetti Man's nards.
No, you did it to your art, man. That's good. That's a good thing.
This spaghetti has sausage in it.
Yeah, so I mean, I eventually I forgot how I fixed it, but that wasn't a problem for the rest of the shoot.
Now I want to see the movie just for the nards.
Yeah, we're not gonna see the nards in the movie.
God damn it.
Yeah, you got to pay for the OnlyFans.
Yeah, you gotta pay for the
OnlyFans?
spaghetti fans.
Spaghetti fans only
I
sauce.
guess only spaghetti. I guess that
Only
works.
sauce.
I guess that's worth it.
Do you have a funny story about? Because I know costume malfunctions are quite humorous. Do you have any other stories of costumes falling apart or things that you kind of had to improvise on the spot?
Any more nard stories? Just kidding.
I'm thinking. Can you remember anything, Donovan?
Let's see. I don't. Oh man. Okay, so I didn't let you know anything, but just letting you know, in the Tornoid outfit for Intergalactic Pizza Boy, I had to sneeze so hard. I mean, I'm trying to be as professional as possible. We don't want to do too many takes, you know. So much to do, so much time, and I'm just in that costume. I'm doing I believe my lines were gork gork.
Well, we said the lines on set just so for the actor's sake.
Yeah, for their sake.
Yeah.
And like in between those glorks, if I wish there was a camera inside, my nose was just up. And I was like, glork, glork, glork.
Oh, that's the worst too, because then you'd be covered in your own snot.
I thought about all the bad things. All
Yeah.
right? The worst case scenario was already thought out. Like,
Yeah, because the way that suit worked was like we had a different puppeteer do like another arm, so Donovan was kind of responsible for doing his like mouth flaps and like moving his other arm. So he's like doing one of this motion the entire time. So you would be like sneezing on your own hand.
it was ungotten. The thoughts I had about what was going to come out of my nose, mouth, and eyes were
So much snot.
so scary. So I was just like,
Sorry, I broke your stand.
it was immense, but I also wish I could see my face like,
I'm sorry, Jerry.
the entire time.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, just let someone wear your mask. That's cool. Man.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm just curious.
Only here at Hawkwinds, folks.
You're about
Bring
to
your
get-
props, we break
Yeah,
them.
here at Hawkins, they break your shit. And they're like, sorry, man.
I'm just trying to get some good clips in, man.
Dude, can I put on the mask? Can I put on the mask? Can I please put on the mask?
That's
Broken.
That's
I'm
the
really.
artist talking.
We shouldn't have shook hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have to.
to be the kaiju monster. It's gone.
We have to bring him in the movie now, Jerry.
Now we
we still got to do that.
now we just have to torture you on set.
Hey,
The waterboarding never did anyone
Yeah.
died.
Now I can't fix this.
No,
This is not supposed to pop up.
no, we're popping off. This is what we're doing.
Yeah,
We're popping
I've
off
had it up
already.
to here.
You done pissed off the spaghetti man.
He's gonna put me in the most uncomfortable suit if I get cast.
I mean,
No.
yeah, it's a gorilla
He's gonna
suit.
tickle your nards.
I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You'll take the nard tickling or the costume? I'm just I'm just.
He wants the nard tickling. He'll take the other thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, we could put that in the contract.
I work for nard tickling, you know.
How do you think I pay him?
You know, that there is some fun stories though about actors who clickbait.
Yeah, that was for the thumbnail.
You know, there are a lot of good stories though about actors who are in these big suits for extended periods of time. I'm sure you guys have heard the Jim Carrey thing where he was the Grinch.
Oh yeah,
he was. You know, he had to do
Navy SEAL training. Yeah, Navy SEAL training to, you know. Yeah, whatever you're saying.
What do you think? What do you think is maybe the best thing for folks who are getting into that kind of work? What's, you know, something, obviously there's a ski cap inside of there. What are some ways that you can kind of make it a little bit more comfortable and manageable for long hours on set? And lights, because lights get hot.
Yeah, I mean, like, I try to make my costumes to be like removable, like, because if an actor feels like claustrophobic after a while, it's like I want them to be able to like immediately take it off. Like, I don't care if it like gets ruined. I just want rather them be safe than like actually like get hurt. Something I haven't done yet, but I've been meaning to do is maybe adding fans to some of these costumes. And I don't, well, other than maybe our gorilla suit guy, that maybe may or may not be you. We're going to talk about that.
We'll see.
That might get a little hot. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe adding fans to the costume. I know that a lot of bigger productions, they have like cool suits where it's like ice just gets flowed, like cold water just gets flowed all over you, and it kind of neutralizes like the heat. Just little things like that.
Fans definitely help. I have a lot of friends who do a lot of cosplay stuff. Some Boba Fett's out there. Tommy, if you're watching, hey buddy. Yeah, and you look inside of these helmets, and they've for folks who are looking to make props too. This is a great hack. You can buy just like a little camping fan. Bust a hole in the side, put it in, and something as small as like a phone charger, like a USB phone charger to power it. There's a lot of really cool little life hacks to do. Do you have any sort of websites or any sources of kind of knowledge to gain to make things like that easier?
Like, where do I look to kind of like learn this stuff?
Yeah.
Just Google.
Google
It's just like whenever you have a question, you just Google it. I mean, like, I'm sorry that's just like a weird cut and dry answer. It's just like...
No, I like that because that's all you need is inspiration. Like, you know what you want.
Right.
Let's see how... Because the beautiful thing about artists, as an artist myself, I don't think I'm the first person to think of anything. You know, so if I have the idea to do it, I want to see if someone else had this preliminary idea, see how they started out doing it, and then now you get to add exactly what you want now that you have the foundation to do it. So honestly, do not be afraid to do the research. You can have inspiration. Inspiration does work as a beautiful jumping off point. Not even just for costume design, that also works for writing. As a person who jumps on stage all the time to tell jokes, with Batsu, we tell a lot of jokes. Sometimes we feed off of each other as artists. There's usually four of us up there. We feed off of that all the time. If I know what makes you laugh now, if I see the thing that you already are like attuned to, I can warp around that. I can now give you my version of that funny. You know, you don't have to just don't steal jokes, people.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm not saying don't steal jokes, but you know, you have inspirations out there.
I want to give a shout out to people that don't gatekeep information either. It's like, hey, I learned how to do something, and maybe this is like an important trick or like tip that can help you in your like daily life and with whatever you're working on, and they just put it out there and like thank you for just like, you know, sharing information, because like like kids nowadays, like when I was starting out, there was not a lot of like information on like how to build these costumes, and I think I was telling you before, there was like only one YouTube channel that was talking about building props, and that was like called Backyard Effects, and now there's like hundreds of like prop channels, and like if you want to learn how to make a specific prop, there's probably a tutorial out there on like how to make that, and then you can kind of pool different like building techniques here and there and kind of combine them to do what's like easier for you or like what's works best for you.
That's great advice. That's really cool. You know, I think we're kind of getting to that time to wind down. Are there any other people that you guys gonna want to give a shout out to before we kind of wrap up the show?
I want to just give a shout out to my amazing team over at Hamster in My Head, Jenny, Kate, Miles, Isaac, just everyone who's been working really hard on this movie to make it possible. It's going to be a fantastic film, if I do say so myself. Please, if you're listening now, please check out the description of this. Please support our Seed and Spark campaign. We're campaigning for the next 20 days, so we're trying to get that money as soon as possible. So if you want to support local artists doing their thing, not just me, like if you want to see Donovan go absolutely ham on camera, just overact, eat the scenery, well, everyone's just like, what the fuck? It's going to be such a silly film, but it's made with so much love and care that I think it'll be worth your time.
How about you, Donovan? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I always want to give a shout out to my agent, the agency Dream Team Talent Chicago. We're all over the country now. We just going all out. Also shout out to Batsu Chicago. Batsu Chicago, you can always catch them at Kamahachi's on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Yeah, also shout out to every local artist out there. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of local people that are doing such amazing things. Jerry's just one of many very brilliant people. So get out there, support local art, support all of your local stand-ups, support all of your local improv troupes. We're all trying to make it, and entertainment, you can find all of your favorite entertainment in so many different places. Someone can agree with your yum and your yucks, all right? Yeah. So get out there, watch some live entertainment. Live entertainment is where it's at.
Also, shout out to Hawk Winds for having us on this show.
The Hawk,
this has been a great talk.
Appreciate that.
Over here putting the tailwind under Jerry's wing, baby.
Ooh.
Hire me. Hurry up and hire me. All right?
You come up there yourself?
Yeah.
Is that a Donovan original?
That's a DDM original, baby.
Put that on a shirt and sell it.
We will. That's one of our incentives.
Don't you take that idea. We already have shirts.
We already have shirts.
The Hawk putting the air under your wing.
Don't steal that, or the Spaghetti Man will come get you.
Yeah, we didn't shake on that one.
The Spaghetti Man.
Here he comes. Now he's going to eat the camera.
That's honestly scary.
Shit.
Nope, I would say it was scaring the shit out of me, but I
looks
played
like
Silent Hill this morning.
looks like the inside of my ashtray.
Yeah, right. You got teeth in your ashtray? You guys quit smoking meth, bro.
Yo, that's,
A little bit of crack.
cannot
Looks
have
like my
teeth
crack
in
pipe.
Ugh.
Well, you can't have teeth and do crack at the same time. What
True.
the hell?
Yeah.
Save on toothpaste, right?
Yeah.
The plus side to everything, I guess. Oh man. Well, what do you say, Jay? It's about time to wrap up the show.
I would think so. Unfortunately, I'm
Unfortunately.
having a fun time here.
We're having way too much fun here.
No such thing.
For those of you joining, I see we got a bunch of people here watching right now. Again, for those who are watching right now, thank you. Again, we're watching you. I see you. I see Sean McMahon. I see Anthony Belmonte. I'll see you guys this weekend. It's my buddy's bachelor party. We're going paintballing this weekend.
Hey.
Paintballing,
Can't
sure.
Get out there.
Hey, what we do out on the course is our business.
Is that what they're calling them today?
We're just popping each other's balls. It's again, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today here at Hawk Winds. You guys are so much fun. I almost wish that we were able to record everything before the show and everything after.
That was a real
too.
show.
That was, because you guys
Sorry,
were on
guys.
fire. Like this, you two have so much chemistry together. I can't wait to see the next film. And again, where's a great place for folks to check out your films that are available currently?
Nowhere. They're like all over the place. But yeah, do follow me on social media at Jerry S. Gonz. That's JerrySgonz. And also follow our official Hamster My Head Instagram page. It's just hamster in my head with dots in between. You'll find it. It has like the profile picture is a hamster going, ah!
And where can they follow you, Donovan?
You can follow me on my own page, DonovanDmullings.com. You'll be seeing any of the on-stage performances that I've done, any of the films that I'll be doing. I'll be getting my excerpts from Jerry, so you'll be able to see all of the cool productions that I've been in with Jerry. You can also catch me in any of the multiple stages in the Chicago area. I love the Annoyance Theater to death. Shout out the Annoyance, some of the best improv ever. You can improv with a brick and you learn it from them. Batsu Chicago, you can catch us there Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. Some of the the best improv show you can catch in Chicago right
He's not
now.
joking. It's really fun.
It's
And what theater is
insane.
that? That's at Annoyance, or?
Batsu,
Yeah.
you're going to find them at Kamahachi Sushi Restaurant. Actually, one of the most original sushi restaurants here in Chicago.
In Old Town, right next to Second City.
Oh, I know
interesting.
that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, book a ticket, my guy.
I'm gonna be there. I'll be there.
We'll be looking for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys again for swinging by. For those again listening out there, check out their shows. These guys are super incredibly talented. They got a lot of amazing things out on the horizon. We wish you both nothing but the best of luck in the future. I almost don't even want to say that because you guys are in full stride right now, man.
You guys don't need luck.
Yeah, y'all ain't stopping for anyone. So
We only need each other.
There you go.
What are you doing, Jay?
He's flexing on the world, man.
Thought you were trying to scratch somewhere.
what a meatball.
Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a good show.
It's been a great show. We're having a blast. Jay, you and I usually close out the show by giving a challenge. Do you have a challenge for folks? Because I might have a pretty good one if you don't.
I have one.
Lay it on us.
Learn a sentence in a different language. I feel like everybody needs to diversify their languages.
¿Dónde es el baño, por favor?
Just about to say that.
Sí, arriba.
Hey,
That's
rapido. That's a good one. Yeah, learn a different language. Learn how other people live in the world. There's a lot of people here in Chicago of all different cultures, all different backgrounds. It's really cool to be able to go into a room and be able to just vibe with people and learn different cultures, learn different techniques.
Just be open-minded.
Be open-minded to the world. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to be, especially in Chicago. It's the great American melting pot. So it's a good one. I really like that one.
How about you? What's your challenge for the world?
I like that one. But, I was going to say shoot your shot, These
your
guys
shot.
are talking about the dating scene there.
Send that DM.
Send the DM.
Sending
You
it
never
now.
know.
Send it right
Send it.
now.
Send it right now. If you're out
Everybody
there,
watching, send that DM right
send
now.
the DM. Let them know.
It's fine. I'll check it later.
Yeah, you never know where a great friendship is going to start. Learn a sentence in a different language. You might meet a friend who doesn't even speak your native language.
You might end up in an electronic monkey suit.
You might,
Yeah.
or a spaghetti head, or a spaghetti head. So
Or
shoot
a
your
mad
shot.
scientist.
Or a mad scientist. You never know. You never know where your best friend is going to lie next. So yeah. Well, from all of us here at Hawk Wins, to all of you out there, wherever you are, shoot your shot. Learn a foreign language and have some fun out there. We'll see you guys. We're going to take a little high. Oh no, we do have a great show next week. It's going to be Sunday though, instead of Wednesday. What's the band that we have, Jay?
We have a very awesome band, very talented group called Cut Your Losses, original from Chicago.
So check them out, and we've got a bunch of pre-shows, shows we've already recorded that we're about to release up onto YouTube pretty soon. If you haven't checked out our promo video or our pilot video, check it out if you want to learn a little bit more about me and Jay Smooth and how we got into this and how Hawk Wins became the show that we are today. We've been doing this for quite some time, man. I was doing the math on it the other day. I think with these guys here, we've had over 30 artists on Hawk Wins so far, over 30, which is pretty incredible to say. And I think we're doing a really good thing, man. There's not. I will say this: that when we first started doing this and we were reaching out to folks, I had so many people who were like, "Whoa, you guys are really doing that?" And you're asking me to be. Thank you. They're like, there's not a whole lot of that out there. So I definitely have a lot of pride in what we do, Jay. And again, man. When I was going through all the car troubles, you were holding down the fort here, making sure everything was continuing to fly. So thank you, brother. I love you, and I appreciate you tremendously, my man. So we got a lot in store for you guys in the future. So stick around, follow Hawk Wins, and yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out. Take care.
Love you.
All right. Woo-hoo. Good show, guys. All right. We had a pretty good amount of people tuning in and out, too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's my fan base, guys. I'm sorry.
My 1 to 3 people.
My one, yeah, that would be my mom. My mom.
Oh, good show, guys. We appreciate you
Yo,
guys.
thank
Yo,
you
thanks
so
so much
much
for having us. Woo!
Absolutely.
You can keep him. No, you can't.
Oh, but stop lying to that man.
Yeah.
He's got his hopes up.
That's okay.
He built his dreams and destroyed it.
It's okay.
You built
That's
up a
character
dream and
development.
smashed his dreams to pieces. You're an inhuman monster.
My dreams are
I
smashed
said
and they
good
stole
day.
my Kia Soul and filled it with drugs.
I would have. Should have just left a fat dildo on the back of that bitch. Like they steal it and they're just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
We got
You know what's funny though? I had my taser in there. I had knives in there. They stole all that. They stole like my cologne. I have a pair of pink handcuffs. That was like a
Were they
joke
stolen?
that- No.
That's funny.
They were inherited. But
Hey,
no,
son, I want you to have these.
this is how you were conceived. Without consent. Oh, dude, they
Are
left
we
it
still
to
alive?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm sorry, Dad.